Dead soil doesn't just look sad, it feels lifeless, compacted, and impossible to plant in. After a heavy rain, your garden bed can turn from a vibrant home for plants into a swampy, sour-smelling mess. Roots suffocate, worms disappear, and microbial life vanishes. But what if you could bring that soil back to life? Fast. What if in less than a week you could turn it into rich, breathing, microbe-packed super soil, without spending a cent on fertilizers or fancy products? Today on Crop Corner, we're diving into a powerful natural method that revives even the deadest soil in just a few days using simple materials you already have at home. When soil becomes waterlogged or compacted, oxygen levels plummet. Without oxygen, beneficial microbes die off, and organic matter begins to rot instead of decompose. The result: stinky, sticky, lifeless dirt that no plant wants to grow in. Traditional solutions often rely on synthetic fertilizers, but these can worsen the problem by feeding plants while starving the soil of life. The real secret is to revive the soil's ecosystem, the microbes, fungi, and worms that create natural fertility. Before you do anything else, it's time to reset your garden bed. That means removing all weeds, roots, and debris from the surface. Don't just slice off the tops of weeds, pull them out completely, roots and all. This step might take some effort, but it's crucial. Every leftover root is a potential nutrient thief waiting to sprout again. Removing them not only cleans the bed, but also loosens compacted areas, allowing air and water to move freely. Think of this as giving your soil a fresh start, a clean slate ready to come back to life. Now that the bed is cleared, the goal is to feed the soil itself. Microbes need organic matter to thrive, and the perfect mix comes from nature's own ingredients: leaves. Gather both green and dry leaves from your yard. Green leaves are high in nitrogen, while dry ones are rich in carbon. Together, they form the ideal balance for microbial growth. Spread a 3 to 4 inch layer of mixed leaves evenly across the soil surface. This layer becomes your composting foundation. As the leaves begin to break down, they'll attract earthworms, fungi, and beneficial bacteria, transforming your dull dirt into dark, crumbly humus. Within days, you'll start to see life returning to your soil. This next step is pure magic. Take some dry garden soil, ideally from a nearby raised bed or a well-drained area, and layer it about 2 to 3 inches thick over the leaves. This dry soil acts as a natural sponge, drawing excess moisture out of the soggy lower layers. It also slightly raises your bed, improving drainage and aeration for future growth. When it rains again, the bed won't flood. Instead, water will flow through evenly, giving roots room to breathe. Over time, this simple elevation encourages deeper root systems and a self-regulating soil environment. Here's where ancient wisdom meets modern gardening. Mustard cake, the material left after extracting oil from mustard seeds, is a centuries-old soil enhancer used by traditional farmers. It's packed with nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, the 3 essential nutrients plants crave. But what makes mustard cake special is that it also feeds microbes and repels soil pests naturally. To prepare it, mix 1 cup of mustard cake powder with 5 liters of water and let it sit for 48 hours. After that, strain the mixture and dilute it with 10 liters of clean water. Use this liquid to moisten the top layer of your soil evenly. This natural fertilizer releases nutrients slowly, feeding the ecosystem rather than overwhelming it. You'll nourish your microbes, protect roots from nematodes, and energize your soil, all without chemicals. Compost is where true soil life begins again. Once you've applied the mustard cake solution, spread a 2-inch layer of compost on top. Compost brings back beneficial microorganisms, decomposed organic matter, and trace minerals essential for healthy soil. Lightly mix it into the top layer. Don't dig deep, just blend gently to maintain the air pockets that microbes need. This light incorporation creates the perfect conditions for a microbial explosion. Within days you'll notice a sweet, earthy smell replacing the sour odor of decay. That's the smell of living soil. Now it's time to let the natural processes take over. Level your bed and simply leave it alone for a few days. The microbes will begin feeding on the compost and leaf layers while the mustard cake continues releasing nutrients. You might even feel the soil warming up slightly. This is a sign that decomposition and microbial activity are in full swing. Within less than a week, your once lifeless, compacted soil will look and feel different. Dark, soft, and teeming with life. You've just transformed it into living, breathing, super soil, ready for planting. What started as swampy, smelly, compacted dirt is now a fertile, microbe-rich growing medium. Every step you took, clearing weeds, layering leaves, adding dry soil, feeding with mustard cake, and topping with compost, played a role in reviving the underground ecosystem. And the best part? It didn't cost you a dime. You've used nature's own ingredients to restore balance and life. This isn't just soil repair, it's soil rebirth. By following this zero-cost soil revival method, you're not only saving money but also protecting the environment. You've avoided synthetic fertilizers, which often destroy microbial communities and leach into waterways. Instead, you've harnessed the power of decomposition, organic matter, and beneficial microbes, the same forces that have sustained natural ecosystems for millions of years. Your soil is now alive, self-sustaining, and naturally fertile. Healthy soil means healthy plants, and this ancient method proves you don't need expensive inputs to achieve it. In less than a week, your dead, compacted soil can transform into microbe-rich super soil, ready to support any crop you dream of planting. So, before you give up on that struggling bed, try this natural revival process. Watch your soil breathe again, feel the warmth return, and see your garden thrive like never before. If this guide helped you, don't let it stop here. Hit that subscribe button, share this video with your fellow gardeners, and join us at Crop Corner, where we turn every patch of earth into a living, breathing garden again. Remember, when you care for your soil will care for everything you grow.